Tottenham Hotspur are becoming a serious side this year, and the signing of Radu Dragusin is a huge step in the right direction. Now, you might be wondering just how this 21-year-old Romanian centre-half is going to be such a game changer for Ange Postecoglu's Spurs side. Well, in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly why Ange needs him and exactly why he is so important for the future of Spurs. First off, we've got to recognise that a centre-half has been a priority for months and months now. Mickey van der Ven was a sensational summer signing and is basically the foundations of this whole Tottenham system. Without his 5.6 recoveries per 90, we couldn't ever see the double inverted fullbacks that Postecoglu and now the majority of England have grown to adore. I mean, in his absence, we've kind of seen a bit of a replication of the success that Spurs had at the start of the season, but it's not quite reaching the levels that it did when Van der Ven was a starter every week at the back of that Spurs defence. And that's because Tottenham only really have two centre-halves that are built to be at the very top of the Premier League. Christian Romero and Mickey van der Ven are absolutely brilliant, and that's not news to anyone, I hope. But the problem is, the drop-off from them to the other centre-halves in the squad, whether it be Davies, Dyer or Royale, is too big for Spurs to continue just how good they were before the Van der Ven injury. Yet, why is it Radu that Ange wants? Based on a first glance of his passing percentiles, I wouldn't blame you at all if you thought he wasn't a great passer. I mean, he averages just an 82.8% pass accuracy compared to Christian Romero's 92.3%. And on top of that, he also sits in the lowest 8% for passes attempted by centre-halves in Europe's top 5 leagues. So if you're looking at them sort of things, it's not looking too good. But I've been watching him closely since the Spurs rumours came out and kind of understanding his game, and I actually think his passing range is one of his biggest strengths. The Romanian has the ability to create from deeper positions because of how good his passing range is, and that's shown by the fact he sits in the top 7% for chances created by Serie A centre-halves. Now, this tool that he has in his locker is what massively separates him from the other transfer target in Todibo, and also the likes of Mickey van der Ven and Christian Romero. His tendencies to play a little bit more risky in possession and try them greater passes with his brilliant passing range to complement that really does make him almost a different player entirely to the likes of Van der Ven and Romero. So that is exactly why I titled this video Radu Dragusin is a game changer, because he changes things entirely for Tottenham. At the moment, Spurs are very fluid when they're building up. We've got the two inverted fullbacks with Doggy and Pedro Porro being absolutely unbelievable this season, and it allows Postecoglu to have his side build up with just two centre-halves at the back and an overloaded midfield in front of them in order them to bypass the press. However, as effective as persistent build-up from the back can be, it also has its issues that come with it. As we saw at the Emirates in the North London derby, to name an occasion in which Tottenham have struggled through it. And this is where, to me, the signing of Dragusin makes so much sense. When breaking down them low block sides, the decisive decision making and splitting long range passes which Dragusin brings could be the difference maker. The same way that when playing against them high pressing sides, having someone with the ability to break pressing lines in them deeper areas and find a wide man in behind offers something entirely different to what Van der Ven and Romero bring in possession. But a little bit off Dragusin slightly here, and I want to say another thing that makes this signing so perfect is the arrival of Timo Werner. If we look at his heat map of last season, we see Werner holds wide positions very well, but also makes them channel runs almost perfectly when he stays on side. I feel like we could see almost a surprising link-up of Dragusin and Werner this season. I mean, for me, it's something I'm going to keep an eye on. If we see them on the pitch enough, I think Ange could have a little bit of a partnership going on there. But as much as the signing from Genoa does bring new qualities to Tottenham, it's still not a far cry from what they've already got in them central centre-back positions. The key part of Dragusin's game is how aggressive he is when defending. And when I say that, who comes to your mind first? Christian Romero. In fact, if you put their heat maps up next to each other side by side, the comparisons are so blatantly there. You can see the similarities almost straight away, and I think that's exactly why Ange wants him. At 6'3", the Romanian is an absolute monster. He's in the top 9% for duels won by Serie A centre-halves, wins 70% of his aerial duels, and sits in the top 1% of centre-halves in Europe's top 5 leagues for percentage of dribblers tackled, with 88.9%. This consistency to win them first actions, them first duels, is absolutely massive, specifically in this Tottenham team. Sides love to try and attack Spurs through them long, direct, penetrating balls, so having someone, as I said before, that can meet them first contacts and consistently win them is absolutely massive in allowing Tottenham to constantly dictate play. So this signing just makes so much sense to me. Obviously, them first actions of ground duels and aerial duels being consistently won by Dragusin is absolutely massive if Spurs want to maintain their high and aggressive back line. Yet on the other hand, he also offers something brand new in possession, which we've not really seen from Spurs. And I think it's something that Postecoglu will want to harness and not get him to get rid of in his game, because for me, it's such a massive quality. On top of the fact that this signing from Genoa isn't ridiculously expensive, it feels like another smart signing in the Postecoglu era, which is something that we've not really seen from Spurs over the years. And there's been a few in just the 6 or 7 months that he's been at the club. But that is it from me. If you have enjoyed them, please do leave a like and subscribe. Let me know how you're feeling towards the signing of Radu Dragusin, if you're a neutral, if you're a Tottenham fan. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.